President Donald Trump is one of the biggest debates going on in our country today. Many love what he is doing for the economy, while others believe him to be racist and doing nothing but causing turmoil for the country.
Truthfully, not a big fan of the job he's doing. I think he has a lot to work on in the sense of his foreign policy and his mannerisms and the way he conducts himself.
President Trump is doing a really good job in office because of the numbers that are out. He has the lowest unemployment rate in history with women, African Americans, and Asian Americans, and Hispanic Americans. And he done prison reform that's been on the table since Barack Obama and Bush's administration, and they still didn't get the job done.
The economy is obviously doing well under him, but I think that there's credit due to the people that came before him in his administration, but I think he's done a fairly decent job of keeping it going up.
The economy is better than ever with the tariffs that have been eliminated, and we're starting to move more product to different countries that have been doing bad deals with us for years, and we've been losing money, and that's probably why we're in debt with China so much. It's not good. So
I'm not a fan at all with his foreign policy. I know he tries to compare his foreign policy to other presidents in the past, but when you fact checked it, he's pretty poor in the sense that what he's done with the border wall fiasco, I'm not a fan of that at all. I think he's disrespectful towards the general population and those that don't support him. Yeah, the things that he might do or retweet on Twitter might be funny, but not presidential at all, and I don't think our country should be represented by that. I think
my issues would be probably how much he uses Twitter, but I mean, we didn't elect him off of his Twitter use. We elected him off of how much he promised the country, and he's fulfilled every promise so far. So
I'd rather see him kind of put a leash on the things he does, think a little bit more before he does. Yeah, the U.S. and the government's kind of run by like a business, and that the system is broken, and he's taking advantage of that. And I think I'd like to see him just kind of reel it back in before things truly spiral out of control. And personally, I'm not 100% sure of anyone that can do not a better job or a worse job, but I think, with the election coming up, it brings light to the fact that there are people who are going to make their cases and they're going to say what we want to hear. It's not necessarily better about finding people who do a better job, but actually fixing the system itself. I think that's where the root of the problem lies, and if you can eradicate those problems within the system, people like Donald Trump don't have to get elected, because we'll have a system that works and not one that appeals to far left or far right.
I believe that he'll be reelected just because the Democrats don't have any idea on what levels they want to get off of, and they're just competing to see who can give America more and more, but not actually have a good plan to fund it, such as free healthcare for everyone and free college for everyone. So I just think everyone's just too radical on the left side, where it's going to lead to socialism instead of capitalism.